Well, if there is no pain, there is no sale to be made. Like, people buy for two reasons. They either buy to escape from hell, to escape from that painful state that they're in. In an agency, they might be losing money every single month. A media buyer from their team just left them. They have no idea how to run ads themselves. What else? They have a tight budget and they have to meet quota for next year. So all of these are health symptoms. They are painful prompts. So either I have to bring awareness to these during the call, or I have to paint a big enough heaven, I call it, a vision, so we have a goal to work towards together.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, John. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Can you introduce a little bit yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Chris Rigoudis. I am a sales consultant and coach. I operate as a sales agency, and we help business owners essentially double, triple, quadruple their sales with the new model of selling.
Okay, that's really cool. I'd like to learn more about the new model of selling. That sounds really interesting. So I would like to hear more about that. But first, I would like to know a little bit more about what exactly you do. Specifically, you take over the whole sales process, or you consult people?
Yeah, absolutely. So the main arm of the business, how it works is essentially we enter as a SWAT team. So for example, we penetrate an agency and we take over the sales department in terms of I will come in, I will look at their process, and I will take calls myself, close some initial deals as we're setting up the sales process. Now, on my end, how it works, my agency is we take a commission off of the sales produced, and over time we hire sales reps, we put them in place, and then we can continue from there. It can continue with me staying on as a trainer, or they keep their salespeople and they stay on producing.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. Having someone to actually do the work, it's far more important than just us watching a course, because it's completely different. So yeah, that's why I really like the agency model at all times. Apart from just courses, just selling a course. I don't prefer this way of actually learning, because you don't learn a lot just by watching a video, because there are many sales courses out there. So I get it. I would like to know about the businesses, because as a media buyer, I have to talk a lot with clients that I want to close, and many people out there that are doing B2B, and basically especially media buyers. It's something really important that I'd really like to discuss. Have you ever helped a business that is doing marketing and talking with clients like this?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my main client avatars is essentially agencies, and yeah, B2B is pretty much what I do. So yeah, when it comes to the marketing agencies, it really depends, because I've seen you've had multiple people in the podcast. Some do, let's say, networking, some do maybe cold emails, they build up the brand and do referrals. So it really depends on where the leads are coming from and how you handle each one. But yeah, I'm sure we'll unpack.
Yeah, that's cool. And I would like to learn more about what is the process of like a really general high level process that you have that is different.
So the difference in the process, it really depends on how they conduct their current, let's say, outreach or sales calls. Like, do they follow, for example, a proposal process if it's a higher level service? Or is it a one call close where you present your services and they can have the opportunity to make a decision? Or is it a bigger project where you can have a proof of concept, for example, or a starter fee, and then you negotiate further? But the main optimization comes when people come to me typically when they struggle with objections, Like they think about it, the multiple partners in the business, maybe board if they were talking about a larger company, and the sales cycle. Like how many times we've had clients now we can pitch someone. It's November the 20th, depending on when we air this. Hey, it's not in the budget for this quarter. Let's chat Q1, Q2, Q3, or 26. So all of these things are big or tiny things that we can optimize along the way.
Yeah, yeah, okay. And for me, for example, okay,
Yeah.
I'm a media buyer. I hop into calls using Zoom, for example, and I talk about my services. Basically, the process is like this. Someone fills up, like schedule a time with me to talk with me, probably a business owner, and more likely than not is an e-commerce business, and I have to convince him that I'm the right fit for his business. So basically, how would you structure a sales process like this? So for example, what I
And you
do.
said some key words there, and I don't want to cut you off. I'm
Yeah,
terrible
yeah,
at cutting people off,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it's okay.
it's important that we attack the mindset too, right? Like I want you to listen to the words that you're using, which is perfectly fine, right?
Yeah,
We're not here to attack John or Chris, but a prospect books a call with us, and I have to convince them. Now, why do I want to put myself in a position like that? Like, why as the marketing, the media buyer, do I have to be the convincer? And why not? What if I could put myself in a position where they are convincing themselves?
yeah.
So, what do I mean by that? Big words, right? Like, first of all, for your agency, as an example, how do they typically find you? They book with you, or is it an outreach process and then they book?
I ran an ad, for example, and they
Yeah.
see my video and then they book a call.
So how would you typically, I don't want to put you on the spot and feel free to bounce it back to me right away, but how would you typically, let's say, open a sales call?
Yeah. Hi, my name is John.
Yeah.
Your name, and I will refer the name because I already know it, and I will ask
Yeah.
some things about the business. I won't try to actually pitch in front of the call. Like my sales structures go like this. I haven't started it. Like it is from all the videos and stuff like scattered around the internet. That I really want to talk about all this information that are out there, is out there, because it's a really nice topic that I would like to
Sweet.
focus on.
Yeah.
So I introduce myself. I start by asking questions about the business, like what is the problem, why you want to run ads.
Right.
So they start giving me information about the business, how it's doing, like some key metrics that I really want to know to actually understand if I can help them or not. And if I can, I start giving some value, and by telling them, okay, here you probably need to do this, here you probably need to do this.
Yeah.
I have done that in another business, so I try to pitch a lot. When I talk, I try to feel some information about me during the conversation, and so this other account, so it comes out naturally. And
Right.
and after that, I try to close basically either on the same call, or if they have already an account with a lot of data in it. What I do is I take the call to action is like to actually give me view access to the other account, so I can review it, and we schedule a call for next day, basically, or
Right.
for the day after.
Yeah. The big thing for me is the intent. Like, let's say we run an ad, right? Someone obviously they see something that they like and they book a call with us. So there is some intent from that person. There is some curiosity there to say, okay, John seems like a cool guy. Let's see what he's about. That puts me in a beneficial position in terms of I don't have to hard pitch or do the dancing and the dancing monkey to get them to try to convince them. All I have to do is
I have
Hey,
done that in
John.
the video.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I've done
yeah,
that too. I've
yeah,
done
yeah,
that
yeah.
too. I've lost hundreds of thousands of deals. That's how you learn. But, someone books a call. My first instinct, probably all of us when we're starting out, is this is a lead. I have to put my best foot forward to close the deal. I have to say something special, something unique, because I'll be lost. The thing is, anything that I say within the first 15, 20 minutes is probably going to go from one ear and out of the other. And it's because they're not in a buying environment yet. They're just I'm just looking around mode. So unless I start to build up their internal urgency based on their needs, I have no business pitching or offering cures, I call it. Hey, your click-through rate is low. Here's how we fix it. Let's look at another problem. Every time I do that, and I tell them, hey, here's how I fix that. Here's how I fix that. In my mind, I think it's helping. In their mind, it's numbing their pain because they haven't bought yet. So it's if I start giving them solutions before I dig a pain big enough, they won't see the need to invest. They'll be like, okay, John is a cool guy. I'll go implement this for my click-through rate, and I'll circle back next quarter. I don't know if I'm talking too much, or am I making sense?
No, no, no. You definitely make sense, and it's something that I really have in mind. Like because it takes a lot of brain effort, and actually it's time consuming to actually go in and give them actionable advice.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and definitely I would like to learn more because actually digging the pain, I feel. Uh, from my point of view, is something that I always thought, okay, it's for B2C customers, it's for buying a
Mhm.
course, it's not for B2B customers. Like, how do you feel about that? Of course, you disagree, but I want to know your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if there is no pain, there is no sale to be made. Like people buy for two reasons. I call it like they either buy to escape from hell, to escape from that painful state that they're in. In an agency, they might be losing money every single month. A media buyer from their team just left them. They have no idea how to run ads themselves. What else? They have a tight budget and they have to meet quota for next year. So all of these are health symptoms. They are painful prompts. So either I have to bring awareness to these during the call, or I have to paint a big enough heaven, I call it a vision, so we have a goal to work towards together.
Yeah, yeah. And
Now,
how do you do that?
please.
How
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
how exactly do you do that? Like, especially when you don't know someone, and he is not in a buying intent.
Yeah,
How can you create in a professional environment, not just tell me about your childhood style
absolutely.
drama,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something that's professional enough.
Would it help if instead of me just preaching, if we role played this out so we can see it in real time?
Yeah, of course, that would be amazing.
Yeah, so let's do that. So let's say pick any business, right? You don't have to tell me.
Yeah,
Let's roll with it, and if something doesn't roll, we'll stop. So I'll be John, right? Pitching someone. It doesn't matter what I'm pitching. So hey, John, I saw you booked a call. I saw you booked a call with us from the ad. Um, what what was it that attracted your attention that caused you to book with us in the first place?
uh, I have an e-commerce brand,
Okay.
and I want to run ads. I'm not sure.
Hmm. And do you know what you're looking for specifically when it comes to running ads, though?
I think that I want to run ads so I can bring more sales to my business.
How do you typically bring in sales now?
It's a brand new store. I don't have any orders right now.
So
I'm the
revenue is zero.
close to zero. Yeah.
How do you mean close to zero?
We have some sales organically.
What channel are you using?
Social media, especially like Instagram, I post stuff there, and I also have a TikTok account that we post stuff here and
Okay.
there.
How long have you been using TikTok for?
6 months.
So for 6 months. And what caused you to go with TikTok in the first place?
To get exposure, it was a platform that many people go to advertise, and I thought that I can
Okay.
go there and advertise like so organically, so I don't have to spend any money on ads.
I see. So how, I guess, how satisfied are you with the outcomes that you're getting from TikTok organic so far?
No, not that great. It's not working that well for me.
When you say it's not working, like, can you unpack that for me?
I don't generate any sales,
Hmm.
and it's
How do you
hard.
feel? Oh, I mean, how are you hoping just running out to fix that?
I suppose running ads
Hmm.
can help me bring more sales and actually make my store profitable, because right now it's not.
Oh, if I may ask, like, how, and I know it's not an, easy question to answer, but how much money are we missing out on right now?
I think I'm not losing a ton of money because I don't have a lot of expenses, but
Yeah,
actually, yeah, I'm not losing a ton of money. Like some subscriptions here and there, and some stock that is
yeah,
that
like ballpark on a monthly basis, like, what
yeah,
would the rough amount be?
yeah, around 2K, something like this.
So 2K, and how long have you been running the business?
6 months.
And you've been missing out on 2K for 6 months.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
So hold on, help me understand. So six times two, it sounds like we've missed out on 12,000 so far.
Yeah,
Has
yeah.
that has that impacted the business so far?
Definitely. The business,
In what way though?
my morale of continuing putting money into this, for sure. That's
Sounds
why
like stand.
I don't have money to spend. That's one of the reasons, because I'm already
Yeah.
losing a ton of money.
So as you might realize, when we sit down with the business to work together to cooperate to ramp up their sales, it does require some level of funding for us to work together. Now, before I unpack packages and anything, because I'm not in a position to know if we can help yet, what have you set aside to cooperate with someone so they can bring you more sales?
Actually, I haven't set aside anything, so yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't have.
if you thought about it, if you thought about it, like a person comes into the business to run ads, what do you feel to save at least the 2,000 that we're missing out right now? What would a fair amount be to turn things around so we don't have to keep missing out on 2 grand a month?
Um, if someone can start run ads and
Yeah.
have profitable ROI, then we
Okay.
can invest more. So that's the process that I think. Okay, if someone
Right.
comes and brings more money to the business, then I can pay
Okay.
him, of course.
Okay. Let's pause. How did we do? Give me your raw thoughts here. Chris, you suck. Chris, I don't care, right? But
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
me what's going on through your mind as a business owner right now. What's happening? What did we do?
yeah. It is. I really liked how the angle and how you handle it. Basically, I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to comprehend the steps
Yeah, yeah.
that you took,
We'll
and
unpack it. We'll break it down. Don't worry. I'm
yeah, yeah,
just how you feel as a prospect.
yeah. I feel bad as a
Yeah.
prospect. Like and that's something that I haven't. I'm trying to process. That's why I don't, because I'm actually telling I I had the thought, I have the feeling that you cannot actually sell through emotion when you go B2B, which is a dumb thing because I feel bad. So
Yeah.
you made me feel something just by being logic. So that's my thought process right now, and I'm trying to think about it. So yeah,
Do you feel like was salesy or pushy?
no, at all.
That's key.
Yeah,
We want to
sure.
strike the balance of I'm feeling the internal pressure of my situation. Like I'm the one losing money. This freaking guy who just showed up and is asking these questions, he's not there to harm me. That's the
Yeah, yeah,
biggest thing. I don't want to blame because this is the mistake a lot of people are making when it comes to creating that pain. Like I'm missing out on 2,000 a month. You're missing out on like our clients. Our clients are making 3K a month. John, what are we gonna do with you? So they're creating all this big fuss, and this is what a lot of people are teaching. Like make the prospect feel the pain, and then what do? You're like you're feeling hurt first of all because we opened the wound, but at the same time it has turned combative between us.
yeah,
So what you'll do is you'll give me but I will never know as a salesperson. So
yeah.
what will happen is you'll give me a think about it objection because you hate Chris, and you'll go buy someone else's service.
Yeah, yeah, and that's very true. That's very true. I and it's very difficult to do that. Like you've created it as an art form. So basically, when I have it in my mind, okay, I need to dig the pain. There is a process of how you do that, and you
Yeah,
don't sound like salesy or you try to blame the other person by asking questions. But it's not that easy. Like what questions should you ask?
yeah. Would you like to break it down like what I did?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So I opened the call. I didn't ask you about the weather. I didn't ask you. I didn't tell you I like the painting in the back. It goes with your eyes. I don't do BS like that. Right? This is fake rapport.
Yeah.
So hey, I establish rapid rapport, which means John, I saw you booked from the ad. I remind you that you. I don't know if I lost you. You with me?
Yeah, yeah. You cannot see me?
I can see you. It
Okay, okay.
paused for just
Yeah, yeah,
a
I
split
know.
second.
It was an issue now. Yeah.
Uh, I was like, hey, you booked from the ad. Good to see you here. How can I help? Just from that language, I'm showing them that, hey, I'm just here to start helping you. Then I'm asking you, what are you currently doing to get more sales? Because you told me, hey, I want to run ads to get sales. I want to get an understanding of their current process. So everyone has a process to go from hell to heaven, right? My job, they have a bridge, they have a ladder to climb. Your ladder in your example was TikTok organic, right? And what did I ask you? I asked you, okay, so it sounds like you've been doing TikTok organic for 2 months. How satisfied are you with the outcomes that you're getting? So what am I really asking you? Do you like the ladder that you're using to escape pain and enter heaven? And what did you say? No, I don't like it. We need to go deeper. Why don't you like it? I don't have any sales. When someone says, I don't have any sales or I don't have enough sales, do we know what that really means? Can I see not enough sales? I can't see that. So I need to clarify. How do you mean not enough sales? So what are they going to tell me? I'm losing money. And you got a bit defensive, right? And prospects will do that. They don't want to say, oh, I'm losing my ass. I'm losing
Yeah.
2K a month. But being gentle, what did I do? I said, I can understand it's not an easy conversation to have, but like if you had to think about it, be real with me. How much are you missing out just to see if we can turn things around? So I'm softening the question so it can land, it can pierce through the resistance with the tonality as well. So I take it slow. And then from there, what did we do? Once I have a number, we have this much of a pain, right? We're losing 2K a month. Now I need to expand on that pain. So that's what did I ask you then? How long have you been missing out? Have you been losing sales? 6 months. So now we have a 12,000 problem. Okay, now how do we increase the emotional temperature of the prospect? I ask them, how's that impacting you though? How's that impacting you or the business? And now that's where we go into the emotions.
Yeah, you're already in the emotions.
I'm already there, I'm amplifying it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. And how, like, very briefly, how would you handle someone that doesn't have what is the objection that you should answer to someone that they say they don't have money to spend?
I just tell them, like, as you might realize, when you work with an agency, you need some type of funding. I don't like the word budget because the budgets can change. Budgets don't mean anything. It all depends on their pain. So I just qualify them. Hey, how are we going to work together if you don't have any money? Can you help me understand? Well, how much is your price? Well, price aside, I don't know if I can help you, but help me understand. Like, what could you possibly put into the ads so we can get you results? I need to have that conversation in the minute five. Otherwise, you're going to waste 30 minutes with them only to get the money objection.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. Okay, that's really cool and insightful. And is there a process after that? Okay, you increase the pain, and
Yeah.
where you exactly do you sell the product? Do you talk about the product? And when exactly do you close? Do you feel like closing?
Yeah. So first I have to understand what's the goal. So now in our scenario, I know that you've lost 12,000. So later on the conversation, I can ask you, so let's say, John, if we were to work together, assuming I was able to help, where would you like to be with your sales in 12 months? Let's say 100,000 a month. So, okay, so 100,000 a month, if we achieve that, besides just the revenue, what would that do for the business? I will be able to buy more product. I will be able to hire a bigger team. Okay, and you being able to put these things in place, what would that do for you personally, though? Well, I'll be able to feel proud. I'll be able to buy a house. I'll be able to do that, that, that. Okay, so what do you feel you need right now besides just the ad management to get to 100K? I need someone I can trust. I need someone that can do, the budgeting, the KPIs. Okay. Now, just to make sure that I can help you, me, John, sitting here with you, what are your ideal criteria to work with someone like me? I need weekly reporting. I need, 2x ROI. Now, what am I doing? I'm getting the bullets that I will use in my pitch. So high level, after I have that conversation, I can start presenting. Well, John, it sounds like this is right up my alley. I've helped many people like you. Would you like me to walk you through how we help clients just like you? Yes. And you can roll right in. So it says that from what you mentioned, you have a mobile case business, e-commerce business. You only use TikTok. What we're able to do for you is we'll run ads. You mentioned that it's important for you to get weekly check-ins. That's why we start with an onboarding call to map out the ad game plan, show you where your money is going, and how we're going to get you ROI with a variety of creatives. Are you with me, John? Yes, I'm with you. Perfect. Step number 2 is we'll work on blah, 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 optimizing the ads. You'll have every second Monday a team call where we're able to do X and Y and Z, blah, 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 blah. You map out the plan. And then before the investment, you have to ask if the plan makes sense. So, John, based on what I covered here, the 3 steps that we follow, do you feel I can get you to where you want to go, to 100K a month and scale the business? So that's my verification to know if I did a good job with the pitch or not, with my presentation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
High level, yeah.
yeah. That's really really good. Like I'm trying to think about it while you talk. I'm definitely going to watch again the call that we have here. It's really amazing. Like I haven't thought about it like in this structure, so I can actually ask the right because most people, I guess me as well, we go straight to the bits. Like
Yeah.
we can understand what's happening inside the business. And I have noticed, like when I tell people that you need to do this, and this, because they actually need to do this, and this. They are not hearing. They are not hearing at all. I
Yeah.
give them the game plan. I know it works, but they don't hear.
The biggest thing is people don't hear the game plan because at the end of the day, people don't care about the game plan. I know they ask about the game plan. I know that
Yeah.
all they need to know is the how. But the human brain doesn't work like that. Like there is a formula, I don't remember the exact, it's called CAP. So child, adult, parent. Okay. So these are the three filters that the marketing or a sales message passes through. The child is what gets excited. Hey, John, I will run ads and will make you a millionaire. The child goes, in your brain goes, wow. Okay. But then comes the adult inside the brain. And they're like, how the F is this guy going to make me a millionaire through ads? So now we care about the plan because we have the big claim up top. Okay. So that's when I unpack the how. I'm like, well, we're going to run ads on Facebook, then we're going to expand on Instagram, and then blah, blah, blah. But then comes in the parent. The parent is skeptical. They're like, have you done this before? What if it doesn't work? These are all the objections. So my job when I engineer the pitch is to put all these phrases together. I want to talk to the child, I want to talk to the adult and the parent. So how do I do that? Hey, John, based on what you've mentioned, we can get you to your goal of 100K a month. How we're able to do that is we're going to run these multi-channel campaigns. We're going to start with cold audience, then retargeting, then carousel ads, whatever. How we ensure that you'll get ROI and you're not going to burn your money is we have these rate limiters. I'm talking crap, right? I'm just giving you an example. We have these rate limiters. And we have a person monitoring the ads every single day. So even when you lose money one day, we know that we'll be launching a new campaign the next week to get our money back. Are we on the same page here, John? So now I have their attention because I'm speaking their language in a way that I understand. If I just talk how and technical, they don't give a crap because what am I getting out of the how?
Yeah. That's really important. And if you don't want to claim to say that you are going to bring guaranteed results and stuff like that, like how do you handle it? Because many people want guarantees and.
No. It has nothing to do with a guarantee. Absolutely. Like this, I'm just giving you a heavy-handed example, just to make a point.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you should never, in my opinion, make a direct claim, right? The language that you can use is, let's say, what's my guarantee that I'll make ROI, right? That's a question that they can have.
Yeah.
Straight up, you have to tell them, well, John, I don't know about you, but the only things that are guaranteed in life are that we're going to die and we're going to pay taxes. And I do neither of those things. So my goal as a partner is to put you in the best possible position to get you there. Now, would it help you if I told you that I've helped Nick in your exact same sector? In 30 days, we took him from X to Y. If we've helped 3 Nicks just like you, do you feel we'll put you in a better position to get you to where you want to go? Because you tell me, John, like, which is more risky? Like, is it more risky to keep just doing TikTok organic, hoping that the algorithm changes and somehow sales will turn around? Or is it more risky to invest with an ad agency that has had more than a couple dozen clients that has proven results? Like, in your mind, where do you feel which direction is more risky here?
Yeah. I get your point, but do we convince them to buy to buy in general? We have to convince them first to buy ads, to buy someone to run ads, and then that we are the best option, or we do it simultaneously.
It depends on their sophistication, right? Because someone can come to you and they can say, I have a media buyer, can you do better? Or I'm working with an agency, can you do better than them? Now, I don't need to sell them on the ads. They're sold, they're running ads. If they come to the call and they ask, we've never run ads, why should I run ads? Then you need to sell them on the idea first, and then that you're the best option. However, that's one piece a lot of people miss. If you are the person to sell them the idea, you become the best person in their mind. Yeah. Right then and there. It's an awareness thing. All I need to do is to sell them on the idea, because they are an unsophisticated, problem-aware buyer. They're not solution-aware. Sometimes solution-aware people, when they know 5 agencies and you have to prove you're the best, are tougher to sell to compared to someone, let's say, just doing organic. They have a problem, they don't make any sales, and you're coming in with a new solution. That's an easier sale, typically.
Yeah, I get it. And how do you approach someone that isn't already is problem aware? Like, is the process changes a lot?
I have to show them that, again, we go back to hell, heaven, ladder. All I have to do is help them understand that the current ladder that they're using is not going to get them to where they want to go, or as fast as they want to get there. That's all I have to do.
Yeah, so basically if they already have an agency and they don't perform, you talk about, okay, tell me what is your goal, and they say your goal, and do you find that this agency is with the numbers, what numbers they do? So let's multiply the numbers and see if you are going to reach your goal, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Like if your goal is 100K a month, I'm assuming that, where are you at right now? 50K a month? No, we're at 10. Oh, how much are you spending on ads? 10. It sounds like you're breaking even. The numbers don't work. Can you help me understand how you're going to get to 100K with that plan?
Yeah.
All I need to do is ask them. I don't need to tell them you won't get there. Because when I make a statement, what typically happens on the other side?
Defense.
I get resistance.
Yeah, of course.
Defense. No, but they can deflect. Yes, but you're right. But when I ask them, they're much more open to actually engage and reply.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's a really nice way to think about it, and it's enlightening, because if that's the problem with courses, and I won't jump into courses. That's the problem with courses you see, but you don't believe, because they don't talk directly to you. So basically, I have seen course around sales, but I have seen everything, but I don't really believe that it is about me. So when you have a coach talking to you, when you have someone talking to you directly and helping you with the sales process, you understand, okay, this is actually I'm able to actually use that for me as well. So that's why I don't love courses, but definitely they help in some regard. So
look, courses, I'm not against courses. The only problem with courses is if you look at the completion rate of the typical course, do you know what the completion rate of, let's say, an average completion rate is? It's less than freaking 10%, which means out of 100 people that buy, only 10 consume the course. And how many actually finish the course? How many actually get results from the course? Okay, so is that a winning model? Like that's why I don't want to get into. I was thinking about it, but I don't like courses, so I can't convince myself to do a course, and I only do coaching. Let's say, because it doesn't click for people and they won't get results.
Yeah, yeah. It can be an add-on, or you can use it so you can get more leads and then actually sell
Yeah,
them the real thing. It's helpful. It can help, but
it's a tool. It's a
yeah,
tool.
it's a
Yeah.
tool. Yeah, it's how you use it. Yeah, definitely. And about the close, because many people are afraid to ask about money or talk about the price. How do you introduce the price?
Yeah. So, John, based on what we covered, do you feel the plan will get you to where you want to go?
Yeah, I feel, or I'm not sure. If I'm not sure, what you do.
So, when you say you're not sure, what do you feel wouldn't work for you? Just so I understand.
It sounds all nice and good, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm able to pay something like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But money aside, forget about the money for a second. Do you feel the structure, our service, will get you the results you're hoping for?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you say? Why do you say that though?
Because I really like the structure. I really like the
Okay.
what you said to me and
How
what
do
you
you see
offered.
this benefiting? How do you see this benefiting your business though? Like specifically.
Generate more sales and
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay. So now the prospects sold themselves.
yeah,
Okay. So what all I have to do is, okay, John, it sounds like what we do will help you. Um, the investment for what we do is pretty straightforward. For you to put yourself in a position where you can make 100K a month in revenue, the investment with us is 5,000 a month. Typically, the next step is we kick off our onboarding process. We take, bank wire or whatever works next, whatever works best for you. Then we'll schedule our onboarding call and we'll continue from there. For you, though, would that be an appropriate best next step, or how would you like to proceed from here?
yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about. That's why I'm not playing the role. What you
No, no,
did,
it's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What you did actually was instead of just telling the price and you moved to the next step, basically.
How did I do it, though? I
Yeah,
didn't say, what's your credit card? I want to show them that I am a professional. There is a buying process that I'm walking you through. I outlined. So now I need the investment. We're going to get you on our onboarding call. We're going to set you up. Now, for your situation, is that an appropriate next step for you to buy now, or what's the best next step for us? So I'm giving you the illusion of control. And it's an illusion of control because what are really the options? It's either you say yes or no, and I can handle both scenarios.
yeah, yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing crash course. The elephant in the room that I would like to point out as we close is what if the prospect is aware of the structure and he tries to break. So, for example, you ask things and he doesn't reply back. So, because I've actually seen that happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give it to me. Hey, John, what's your big goal in 12 months?
Yeah, what I want someone to run the ads for me.
Yeah, yeah. And, if you want just someone to run ads, there's always Fiverr, right? If you want someone to press buttons. But let's get a bit concrete here. Like, if we were to work together, like, what's your ideal revenue target in 12 months?
Um, I want my ads to be run more efficiently. I want to find an expert. That's all I
More
want.
efficiently, as in producing how much revenue, though?
Yeah, I just want to find someone that is going to run the ads. Just that.
Yeah, so anyone with a breath that pushes buttons.
No, no, I want to find someone expert at that.
How does an expert look like to you, though?
Someone that has done that in the past, have scaled other e-commerce business in the
Okay,
past, and he knows
right.
what he's doing.
Okay. So for you, to say he is the right person for me, what's the ideal revenue that he would help you or they would help you achieve to say, okay, this is the right person for me. And I'm asking all of that because I want to see you win. It has zero impact, to me if we work together, but unless we have clear goals, it will be hard for me to be able to support you. Are we on the same page here?
Yeah, we definitely are. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I get your point. I get it. I really liked it. I really liked how you handle it. It's actually really professional, but it's an art form. Like, it's very difficult for someone to do that. Like, I hit you with an objections, and you have an answer on how do you do that. So is that something? Is a process that you have memorized, or is it something that you have innate? Okay,
All you have to do, again, I have to change my language to know how I handle things. So I didn't get hit with any objection. You threw an objection. I can throw the objection back. Like, it's not my objection. It's not my problem. Prospect says, I don't have the money. Is it my problem? I have money. I don't give a crap. It's your problem. How do you think you can find the money to work with an agency? I need to talk to my business partner. How do you feel your business partner feels about you wanting to get more sales? What if he says, no, I don't want more sales? Like, it's not my problem to solve. I am the expert. All I know is to sell, to run ads, and do creative. I'm not here to handle or troubleshoot. But that's the frame that I'm using, right? If I start using that frame and, oh, he threw something at me, well, it's yours. I don't want it. I don't want these troubles.
Yeah. I see your point. And how long do you think someone needs coaching with you, for example, or to be actually to train someone to do that for you, to do that instead of you, for example?
Look, mastery takes years, but knowing the common answers to, let's say, 5 main objections that they get, which is low-hanging fruit, it can be done within 2 to 3 weeks. Like, it's not, let's say, rocket science at the end of the day if you have 5 objections. Now, this will boost your closing rates, let's say 10%. You learn more of the structure, 20%, and it gets better and better from there.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay, that's great. That was an amazing crash course around sales,
Absolutely.
and especially because it was live. It is the best way to actually understand how it works, because when you talk theoretically about stuff, you don't learn as much.
No, I hate that. Yeah. We can talk to the benefits or talk to their problems. I don't know what that means, dude. Like,
Yeah.
give me an example.
Yeah. And what you said about I don't make any sales, I cannot see that. This is also a really nice framework for copywriting as well. You
Yeah.
have to talk to specifics, something that you can touch, you can feel, you can see.
Yeah. Like, if I can create mind movies based on what they tell me or what I tell them, it always hits better because that's what they're going to remember walking out of this conversation. They're either going to remember how I made them feel or any images that I planted in their mind. More sales is not an image. But if I show them that, let's say by making 100K a month, they can buy whatever, a new Porsche, whatever, that's what they're going to remember. It's silly, it's childish, but that's how the human brain works.
Yeah. Completely get it. Like, it is really really difficult to get out of conversations like this. I've actually been to with someone really really good at selling. Tried to sell to me, and it was really really difficult to get out of it. Like, it was
Yeah.
psychological torture. Like, it was a lot of pressure basically.
Pressure isn't ideal. Like, if you feel pressure during a conversation, in terms of someone is applying pressure on you,
No. It
it's
was
not
internal.
ideal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Internal, yeah. Then you had a problem that needed to be solved, probably.
Yeah, of course. It was an amazing conversation, really valuable.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it. I really
Uh,
enjoyed it.
me too. where people can find you, and I guess because I have many, I'm in an inner circle with other media buyers, so I have many media buyers that they definitely want to talk to you. So where people can find you?
Yeah, sweet. Instagram, the Chris Rigoudis, my YouTube, these channels work.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Thank you, Chris, for coming. It was an amazing talk. And
Absolutely. Thank you for
okay,
having me. It's been a real pleasure. I know you crushed the game as well with your own businesses, so it's always nice to connect.
thank you. Okay, Chris, have a nice day. Bye bye.
All right, you too.